places, everyone. It's time. Good morning, precious. How you doing, baby? Happy Thursday. And today on Coffee and Conversation with your girl, Shakenya. When you get a minute, go to that YouTube channel, Shakenya, and hit subscribe. Look at some of the videos, and if you see anything that you like, if you hear anything that you like, if you know me, just hit share, please. I'm begging you. Yes, I'm on my knees right now, begging you to do. Hey, Miss Vicky.
Hey, what's going on?
Hi, everything and nothing. So, guys, today, let me see. Let you just take a gander. I know I've been depriving y'all all week. I've been looking like Bob Vila around these parts because I gotta make my money, baby. I mean, damn, I'm Bob Vila, and then I've been cleaning. I mean, you know, so here it is. I got a meeting today, so I had to step it up a little bit. Who just jumped in? Hey, Jason, good morning, sweetie. So, guys, today I'm all over the place again, somewhat, but not really. Shit. If you could follow that, you know, because we've been talking about a lot, guys. We are wrapping up talking about the environment that you have your babies in. We're talking about the influences you have around your babies, and we're talking about the atmosphere. That's what we've been talking about, yeah. And then I use the model of a family. I use my snapshot of my life so you can see what's going on with me. Because at the end of the day, y'all got to help me solve this crime that we started 4 years ago. And the crime was, who poisoned my child against me? That's the cold case that we working on, because it's 4 years in and I still don't know, right? So we got suspects lined up. We got a board set up with people that's guilty by association, people that had hands on your baby that could have influenced the child against you. We crossed off your family. So here we are, because you're going to have to go back and catch up mustard, because we done came too far. We got to get you ready for your test, so I don't want your mind going in too many different directions. I want you to stay focused, okay? So couple pointers today, because yesterday we left off talking about the what if. What if you did things differently? What if things you made different decisions? How would you and your baby mama relationship be right now? And how would that affect the children? So we're breaking it down for you. Yesterday we led off with what if. What if me and my baby daddy did different things differently? What if we had a safety plan? What if we discussed what we was going to do after we separated? And then what if he had forgiven me? What if he forgiven me for divorcing him? How would our relationship be? How would my relationship be with my daughter if he had forgiven me, right? So we're going to pick back up with the what ifs, but today I just want to spear off a little bit and give you a couple pointers today. Yep. When a baby is taken out of your life, causes a domino effect. Whether the baby was living with you and you were the primary caregiver, or if you was just seeing that baby, your child is your child, and whatever bond or relationship you have with that baby, when that baby is removed from your care and there's no abuse or neglect, there's a domino effect. Because, yeah, of course, if you did something to the baby and the parent take the baby out, of course, that was what was supposed to happen. You over there beating on that baby for no good reason. You're not feeding that baby. You're homeless. You struggling to pay the bills. You can't provide for this child. First step, I would ask that the baby mama or the baby daddy help you. Fix it, Jesus. I will hope that the baby mama or the baby daddy would lend resources or reach out and ask you if it's anything that you need, anything that can do to help you maintain the lifestyle that the child is used to. Because you don't want to imbalance. You don't want to make it seem like you doing so much more than the other parent, and you don't want to make it seem as if you have so much more. Y'all should be balanced. Y'all should be balanced. It shouldn't be you living in high society in a mansion somewhere and your baby mama and your baby daddy living in a shelter somewhere. That shouldn't be. when you put that baby first, that's all that y'all focused on. So what's the best thing for this child? What can I do to help you preserve this lifestyle for this child? What can I do to help? Right? So when a baby is removed from your care for whatever reason, and there's no abuse or neglect, this baby is only being removed because the parent is bitter, hadn't gotten over the relationship, hadn't found closure, hadn't healed. So they're using this baby against you. Now, most cases it's just the baby act out. You got to reprogram the baby every time they come back. So the baby over there for the weekend come back, and you got to keep telling them this and that and same thing over and over again. And by Wednesday, they back to normal. Yeah, they over there, they manipulating that baby. They telling the baby what they ain't got to do, or they not making the baby do at their house. So if you got the baby cleaning up and doing chores at your house, I guarantee you when they're at their house, they're not doing nothing. And they're not being told to do nothing. So it's working against you in so many words, right? So when the baby is removed from your care, there's a domino effect. So don't let nobody tell you when you get to talking, because it's going to come out in conversation. And that's something that you need to talk to your therapist about. Like when I'm talking to people, every conversation ends up about my baby. I don't know. Shit. Face of Jesus, a Christian show. I don't know how that happens, but every conversation I have with somebody, at the end of the day, it's going to resort around my baby and my baby daddy. I know, ain't that terrible? Talk to your therapist about that, because that shouldn't be. Everything shouldn't trigger you. Everything shouldn't trigger you. But in some case, it might. Depending on the connection you have with your baby, depending on the relationship. Like in my situation, when the baby was pulled out, everything stopped. The progression with my children stopped. The cooperation with one another stopped. Morale was down. Like, we were doing good. My cleaning company was booming. The youth program was taking off. I had just did interviews on. Like, what was the urgency? I could never understand why he wanted to remove her. Why was he? Every year he would ask me. That's the only time we talked. Remember I told you out of all them years we talked maybe 9 times. Out of them 9 times, it was always the day before school and him asking if she can come live with him. And I could never understand why he wanted. He could never give me a reason why he wanted her to go. You already see her every weekend and through the summer and during the week if you want. I never denied him her. So it was like you have access. We stay in the same district. We have to share her. Why you can't just be satisfied with us? She's doing well in school. She's a 4.0 student. She's involved in sports. Like, she's a good girl. Like, what is it that I'm not doing that you feel you can do better, or that you can do solely by yourself without me? Do you think she would be how she is if she did not have me in her life? Like, we would have these conversations the day before school every year. And then I'll go pick her up. Like, dog, I ain't trying to hear that right now. I'm trying to prepare for work tomorrow. But he could never give me a reason. You got to have reasons for doing what you do when it comes to raising your children. Okay? So, with that being said, don't let nobody tell you that, because everything started for me right after she left. It was an instant. And I tried to explain it to my son yesterday. Because you can't blame everything on that, but you can. Yes, you can. I described it as, just imagine a chair. Now, chair has 4 legs. Now, just imagine all my children being representing one of those legs. Okay? You remove one of those legs, what happens to that chair? So you want to keep the chair, you want to use the chair, but you can't. Can't nobody sit in the chair now because it's 3 legs. So you need one more leg to this chair. One leg is missing. One leg is missing, right? So throughout this period, me and my children are in the restoration process right now, right? Everybody's rebuilding, everybody's restoring themselves. Everybody's getting to a point where we have to realize that we might have to move on and live without this child. Because see, in all those years, we kind of been in limbo, hoping that she come back to us. So in the event that she doesn't, we got to still find a way to stand this chair up. So we gotta come together some kind of way. We gotta restore. We have to find something to put in its place. We have to restore this chair. So right now we're in a restoration process, right? And everybody's pretty much getting back on track. I'll say that. They're getting back on track. So thank God I'm truly blessed, you know, and I'm in a happy spot right now. As happy as I can be with a child that don't want to be in my life, okay? So, with that being said, there's no pride in parenting. Yeah, that's the next tip. There's no pride in parenting. Like, if you need help with that baby, you're supposed to be able to talk to your baby mama or your baby daddy. You should be able to come to your baby daddy or your baby mama with help, with no judgment, and that shouldn't be used against you. That's a manipulation technique. If you got a parent that's trying to use the baby against you, trying to take the baby out your life, the only thing they're going to focus on is your bad. You're going to be under a microscope. Your parenting is going to be under a microscope, and the only thing they're going to focus on is the bad. To this day, I don't know what they found bad. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus. So, with that being said, there's no pride in parenting. If you need help, ask. Remember when we had the situation after he left us? And I couldn't get the baby to school on time. My other daughter, because he said that ain't his baby, so he wasn't going to take her. So I reached out to her dad and his wife. We had a discussion. We talked about her staying with them during the week so they can get her to school. I'll get her on the weekends. We discussed it. We talked about it because this is a lifestyle change. It's an inconvenience for them because now they got an extra kid in the house during the week. So, I mean, it's a lifestyle change. But us talking about it, discussing it, came up with that it worked. I was able to hold on to my job a little while longer until I got my schedule changed. She was able to get back to school on time because it was affecting her attendance. But we discussed that. But in that period, I was still mom. Me and the wife had a good communication. We were on the same page. So it wasn't too much changed. Her diet didn't change because we were on the same page. Morals and values, we was on the same. So it was like, it was an adjustment, but we worked through it, right? I needed help. So I reached out. In this situation with her staying with her, I didn't need any help. It was no reason. Now, one time he came to me and asked, she was about 7, can she stay with him, you know, just temporarily, give me a break, he can help her with her school. Now, imagine she was doing well in school and everything. It was no reason for her to stay, but because that's her dad, and I'm all for equal opportunity, and I had other children, I said, okay, let's see how this goes, right? As soon as she moved with him, she was late for school every day. Her grades was dropping. So if this was the main reason why you wanted her to stay, because you felt like you can help her more, because for some reason he pictured me to be this dumb chick, then he's so much smarter than me. I don't know where that come from, but I sensed it throughout this ordeal, right? So it's like, okay, why is her grades dropping? Why is her, right? So she ended up coming back to stay with me, and we got back on the same routine. So every year he would ask, I couldn't understand why. What's the reason? Give me a reason why she must stay with you. Why would you? Even when we got into it that night and I asked her why she wanted to stay with her dad, she couldn't give me a reason. Because there is none. So when she was staying with him for that little short period of time, do you know I never saw her? I barely seen her. Every time I would try to go see her, I would get no answer. Nobody would answer the door. Nobody would answer the phone. Like, isn't that weird? I would drop her off like clockwork when she was with me, but when she moved with him, no dropping off. It was hard to see her. You can tell he was trying to take me out of her life at that point, right? Y'all talking to me. Let me see what y'all talking about, because this is Coffee and Conversation. You are still a fantastic mom, no matter what anybody say. As long as you are in her life, you are planting seeds of success. You are the reason why this. Oh my God, I love you, Jason. But the thing about that is, Jason, I have not seen her. I am not in her life. For the last 4 years, I have no communication with her for real. I have never even visited her dorm room. Do you know how hard that was for me to not be able to see her at college when that's all we ever talked about was her going to school? I used to make them watch A Different World. I used to make them watch The Cosby Show. She saw me walk across the stage to get my bachelor's degree. We attended my cousins, both my cousins, Yo-Yo, her smart ass, both of her graduations for her master's degree. They used to go visit my sister at school. So those are the contributions that I put forth to let her know how important education was, and he should have known as well. Why we wasn't included in that, Jason? You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, man. Hey, cousin Yo-Yo, I just finished talking about you, cutie pie. There go her smart ass, y'all. I was just talking about how the girls came to your graduation. She got a couple master's degrees. Yo-Yo is that deal. And here she goes. She just popped on. I love you, cuz. I do. So, guys, yeah, so it was no reason whatsoever. You got to make it make sense, you know. So every time he would ask if she can come stay, I would always say no, because you know why? There was no structure over there. Yep. There was no discipline over there. There was no supervision over there, meaning that she can do whatever she wants to do. The grandma was drunk half the time. She could have snuck people in the house like anything. The daddy be gone. Like, it was just not, the wife is not mentally able to keep up. I mean, it wasn't a good fit. It wasn't a good setting. He couldn't even get her to school in the morning. So I couldn't understand the struggle. I couldn't understand the fight. I couldn't understand it, right? So that was the next tip. There's no pride in parenting. If you need help with that baby, you should be able to come to that baby mama, that baby daddy, and y'all should be able to come up with a solution together for what to do as it pertains to the baby. And then as far as the reasons why you do certain things that you do, like right now my children are just realizing why I did some of the things I do, right? So yesterday, first of all, congratulations to Jay. He started his new job today. Yep. Hey, baby, how you doing? Yep. And then Brandon, he started his new job. Like I said, we're in the restoration process right now. We're getting ourselves together. We're getting back on track. Everybody is getting back focused. Kennedy's still in school. Yep. Remember, she left the nursing program, but now she's in the medical assistance program. She should be finishing in a couple months. So we're getting back on track. It was hard, though. I wish they would have cared about my kids before they made the decision to remove that. Like, I wish they would have thought that through. You know, I guarantee you that everybody that's guilty by association and everybody that's affiliated with his camp didn't know that I was doing all these things with my daughter. Why? Because he probably didn't tell them. So Brandon was telling me how when he was at work, last being his first day, you know, I guess they was in a little huddle, a little team meeting, and they called everybody out and made them speak, you know. So the fact that he felt so confident to say how his day was going and speak about what was going on in the kitchen and talk about, I had to give him a couple of reasons why that is. Take it back to when you were a child. The fact that we had family meetings and I allowed the boys to express themselves. I created a safe space for them to be able to talk and tell me how they feel. They are young men that can tell you how they feel. That's rare. Most men don't know how to express themselves. Most men don't know how to relate or tie into their emotions so that they can tell you what's going on and how they feel. That's most men, not all. But my boys know how to do that. Why? Because I allowed them to do that. I taught them how to communicate. When they was helping with the youth program and volunteering, they had to greet people when they come in, so they had to talk to people. That was my way of teaching them how to be sociable, how to be around people. You know what I'm saying? You'll be surprised how many people are sociable. They don't know how to talk to people. They don't know how to act when they're around folks. They don't know. So having them volunteer at different events, and then when we used to pass out flyers for the events, they used to have to talk to people and tell people what they're attending. People would ask, well, what is this flyer for? What y'all got on? My mama has a youth program, and this is what we're doing with the kids. They can all tell you exactly what's going on with the program and where they're going and why they're going and why we are having the fundraiser. All that comes with communication. Talking to your babies, having that type of relationship. So yeah, y'all, that's it. I'm gonna leave y'all. I got places to go, people to see, babies to kiss, okay? So today I just wanted to drop a couple jewels because they will be on your test. One of them was, there's no pride in parenting. You should be able to talk to that baby mama, that baby daddy. That should be your first stop when it comes to the baby. Don't let nobody tell you that all the things that's going on in your life wrong is contributed to that baby being taken out. Because it's a good possibility that it is. It's a domino effect when that baby is removed from your care. And then the last one was, I want to say you got to have reasons for everything that you do as it relates to the kids, as far as their upbringing, their raising them, the reasons why you do certain things that you do, the reasons why you say some of the things that you say. Like everything that I did for my children was to prepare them for life. Yeah. Prepare them for life. I focused on things that most parents probably didn't focus on. Like, you probably didn't focus on how to help your child build confidence to be able to speak in front of a room of people. You probably didn't. Why? Why would you? You felt like they're probably learning in school. But me, I know they don't teach that in school. And I know that it can be a situation where they are put Have a good day, baby. They are put in a position to where they might have to stand up and speak in a crowd or speak in front of people. My children watch me give presentations in a room full of people. So y'all, that's it for Coffee and Conversation. I'm out. Damn, y'all was talking to me too. I love y'all. I do. I'm out.